Hey guys, welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be talking about 4 TV shows that are currently airing. 2 of them are back from a season break and 2 of them are brand new. And the shows are Arrow, Gotham, Legend of Korra, and The Flash. First off, let's talk about Legend of Korra. Legend of Korra is back for its 4th and final season. The season is called Balance and it looks to be a very interesting season indeed. It seems that it's going to tie up all the loose ends from the entire series along with some of the loose ends from Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I'm very happy about. I've seen only 1 episode so far and it looks like this is going to be a very interesting season because unlike the other seasons, it might not have a specific designated evil villain. I think that's really good because in this season, I had the feeling that it's going to be characters versus characters based on conflict of interest, and that is in some ways a lot better than someone outright breaking the law or being evil as such. Different ideologies, different ways of thinking, and different characters having them, and then having to deal with the fact that they don't always agree. I think that's great and I cannot wait to see more. Also, the new character of this season is called Kavira and she's voiced by Robin Williams' daughter, Zelda Williams, which I think is pretty cool. Another thing that I really like is that the Airbenders have new suits, which is pretty awesome, and that Korra seems to be kind of messed up. In fact, the first episode that I saw, you might as well call it The Legend of Everyone Else because Korra has very little to do with that episode. And I think it's cool that a show has developed to the point where its peripheral characters or its side characters can hold an entire episode without the main character. It could also mean the main character kind of sucks, which isn't true anymore, okay? So let's move on. The second show I want to talk about is The Flash. So after having Barry Allen show up in Arrow, he is now in The Flash, his own TV show. And we had the pilot leak some time back and the show has officially begun. I think it was last Wednesday, if I'm not wrong. The show is good. The pilot was good when it leaked and the real one is as good, if not better. And every piece of news that I've been hearing about this particular show is good. For example, they have Wentworth Miller, aka Michael Scofield, as Captain Cold, and they have Lincoln, what's his name, from Prison Break, also as the other rogue character who uses fire, which I think is pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this turns out. There's also an element of time travel and the future involved, which is pretty standard for The Flash, and I'm really glad they included it. Also, there is a possibility that Gorilla Grodd might show up, and I think that would probably be the best thing ever, because what is not better when you add gorillas into it? Tell me. I am pretty sure that Twilight would be better if you had at least one character be a gorilla. You know it's true. Alright, that being said, let's move on to thing number 3. Arrow back for its 3rd season. This is kind of a mixed bag for me. The show is great. The 3rd season started out great, but there were some moments in it which I didn't really like. Not that they were bad, it's just they were not as good as some of the great moments in the episode. Some of the great moments include Roy having his own suit, the fact that Mr. Superman or Brandon Ruth showed up and now he's a character called Ray Palmer. I wonder who that could be. Also, I really liked that Oliver and Felicity have this kind of thing going on. Plus, the flashbacks are becoming really interesting as well. So anyway, Arrow Season 3 has started off really well. One thing that has really changed in a major way is the arrow that shows up in the beginning of Arrow. You're gonna have to see it for yourself because it is indescribable, let's say. It was pretty good. I look forward to more. This show has really hit its stride and it knows what it's doing. I wonder what it's gonna do with Laurel though. Anyway, let's move on to the last item of the list, and that is Gotham. Now this is a base breaker. Some people really love it, some people really hate it, and I personally really like it. Now if you have seen some of my videos, you might get the impression that I don't really like Batman, and the reason for that is not that I'm a Batman hater as such, it's just that I'm a Batman fan hater. I don't like people who think that Batman can just get out of any situation because he's Batman, that he's always prepared for every situation ever, and that he's the best, strongest, most invincible thing since a flying brick. Come on, he's not. The fact that he had to struggle, the fact that he is fallible is what makes him interesting. In fact, I would argue that when Batman fails, it makes for a much more interesting story. In any case, looking at Gotham, the people who like it seems to like the fact that the show is gritty noir, but it also is cartoonish and extremely violent in some ways, which I actually really like as well. And some people who don't like it don't like the fact that it's very heavy-handed about all the references. It's like, hey, look at that guy, who could he be? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, maybe he's the Riddler, maybe he isn't. His name is Edward Nigma, Enigma, like a riddle, you know? No, man, stop that. No. It's bad enough that most of these people will be in their late 40s when Batman actually shows up, but to have us constantly be reminded of who they are, come on, man. But that being said, I do like Gordon, I really like Bullock, I really like the character of the Penguin, which is something I have never said in my entire life. ever. The only time I've said I liked a penguin was when I was watching Adventure Time. I like the show. I like that it is able to be lighthearted in some instances. It is funny sometimes, and the violence is very over the top, which I like. You know, I like that this is a town full of crazies, and I can see why this is the town where Arkham Asylum exists, because with people like this, you need an asylum to lock them in, because jail is just not enough. I want to see more before Fox cancelled it, and I hope that you guys are enjoying it too. Anyway, those are my thoughts on these 4 series. I hope you guys liked what I had to say, and if you didn't, you can always talk to me about it in the comment section below. And in the meantime, stay tuned for more videos. I will see you when I see you. Bye bye.